Okay, here we go. All right, so my demo is going to be about springtime. Everybody loves springtime. Everybody is waiting for springtime after a dreary winter. So what more could be exciting about springtime than fresh strawberries? So my rendition of a strawberry dish that I think will be a little bit exciting for you is we're going to do a strawberry that has been pickled strawberries. How many of you have had pickled strawberries before? So it's interesting combination, a little spice, a little acidity, something that'll kind of give you a little bite at the same time. Just a dish that I think that quantifies springtime. And it's also made with a fresh creme fraiche. Fresh creme fraiche is it's a very simple dish. When you make creme fraiche, you use basic cream, heavy cream with a little bit of buttermilk. So you have to let it set for a little while. I don't know, growing up, my grandmother and my mother, we had the butter sitting out on the table, so we let it set up so it can get soft. But with this, we let it set up and let the acidity take control of the chemical process, and then it congeals and it makes it a little thicker. And then we set it inside the refrigerator to give it a little bit of body. So we're gonna make fresh creme fraiche. And also we're gonna do a pickling demonstration also where we pickle the strawberries with a pickling brine. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a brine as well. Very simple, very straightforward. The actual dish is pickled strawberries with pepper creme fraiche, candied almonds, candied Marcona almonds, along with a champagne vinaigrette. And what goes better with strawberries than champagne? So we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a play on strawberries. So first, I'm gonna show you guys a quick demonstration on how to make the pickling brine. All right, so what's quintessential is, to a brine is water. Apple cider vinegar. Either you can use apple cider vinegar or you can use white balsamic vinegar. Gives it a little bit of kick, a little acidity as well.
Sugar.
A little bit of sugar. A little sea salt. And then we want to actually put the strawberries, the ones that are already cut up, in there.
Cut strawberries?
Yeah, the strawberries in the bottle. Then we have the pickling spice, little cloves, little bay leaf, a little juniper berry, a little bit of mustard seed. Bringing it to a boil. Once we bring it to a boil, and we dissolve the sugar and we dissolve the salt, we bring it to a boil. There you go.
How many do you want? 2 jars?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then while we're doing that, Reed, we're going to make the actual creme fraiche. Okay, while this waits, we bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we're going to bring it off, set it off to the side. Once we set it off to the side, we'll bring it down to room temperature. Then we add the strawberries. That gives it a little bit of time for the acidity to soak into the strawberries. As you can start, you can smell it. Once you start smelling the aromatics go into the pickling brine, then when it comes to a boil, then that's when you want to add your strawberries. There you go. And while that's working, I'm gonna show you a quick little demonstration on the actual creme fraiche. So we have cream, heavy cream, and then we're gonna put a little bit of buttermilk. The buttermilk has the acidity in it. Then to make the actual pepper, we're gonna add a little cracked peppercorn. Then once that's all mixed together, give it a little stir. Then put it in a container and let it set for about 12 to 16 hours. Once it sets for 12 to 16 hours out in room temperature, it's going to set up, and then you want to put it into an actual refrigeration unit and let it sit overnight. So when you get ready to do this dish, you want to kind of prep a little bit of ahead, because it's a process of doing the pickling. Pickling usually takes a process of about 3 days, so so you can get the real full effect. And we have some dishes made up for you guys, so you can actually taste the pickled strawberries, taste all the ingredients that I got going here. So you mix it together, and then you'll set it in a mason jar. I have you want to wrap it with the actual cheesecloth and let it set up. And you see it's set, and it's really thick now. It's not as liquid, and so it's going to be it's just like sour cream, but it's creme fraiche. Okay, Reed, you're going to make the champagne vinaigrette. So we're going to let this set to the side. Once we get the pickling liquid going, we're going to let it set for a minute, and then we're going to add the actual strawberries. Okay, so go ahead, start the. And I have some actual strawberries already pickled for you that I'm going to be giving out to let everybody taste, to get an idea. I bought some up for after the demo, so if you guys think it's good, you want to taste it, we're going to try to be doing this in our steakhouse, the steakhouse for our new menu for the spring. So you want to let as you let the strawberries set up in the pickle, then you want to actually make the vinaigrette. Okay, go ahead. You can put the. What do you guys think? Sir. Thank you. Fantastic. Goes well? All right, so what brings it all together is the sweetness of the Marcona almonds that have been candied. Very simple. The Marcona almonds were candied with sugar, a little water, a little lemon juice, and cinnamon. Okay? Then like I said, the creme fraiche is a peppered creme fraiche. Gave you a little breakdown on how to make that. And then the pickling spice, you get the actual acidity from the pickles, a little salt from the pickling brine. You get all the complexities of the dish. Now we're getting ready to make the champagne vinaigrette. It all balances out. We're looking for balance of flavor. We're looking for just like I said, a welcome to springtime. Usually early springtime, the strawberries aren't as ripe as we would want them, like in July, August. They're really ripe and fresh. Right now, they're a little bit hard, so to bring a pickling, you can make it either sweeter or you can make it saltier as well. So we're trying to get a little bit of balance of both. So right now, we're making the champagne vinaigrette. The champagne vinaigrette consists of honey. We have shallots. We have the apple cider vinegar or champagne vinegar you can use. And then we're going to do a little splash of champagne or bubbling rosé. And then Dijon mustard and extra virgin olive oil. Very simple. You can add all the ingredients together. You know, it's a really simple process to make a vinaigrette. The vinaigrette gives you a little bit of balance as well in the dish. Got a towel? Perfect. So basically add all the ingredients together. If you have a blender, you know, in a professional kitchen, we either have blenders or we have an immersion blender, a stick blender where we do it. This makes it a lot easier if you have an actual blender. So we'll start it. So while that's going, what we're doing right now, it's called an emulsion. When we emulsify a liquid with oil, brings all the liquids together and suspends the oil in air, and it gives it that fluffy feel. So when we're doing a vinaigrette, you're looking to emulsify the oil, the vinegar, and all the liquids together. So the emulsifying factors are you either have to have a mustard or a syrupy type substance or agave, honey, syrup to actually bring all those ingredients together. And then it's suspended with the air of the blender. And so we're going to add this, the extra virgin olive oil. And you're adding the olive oil slowly to the mixture. So when you add it slowly, it gives it time for the air to incorporate, and it also, you know, blends in very well. A little seasoning. Sea salt. I like sea salt because it's a more balanced salt instead of iodized salt or kosher salt. It's a little less, but it still has a lot of kick to it as well, but it's a more balanced salt. I like to use that in the kitchen. Then we'll do a little splash of champagne or a little sparkling wine. Just a splash, not too much. And you see it's kind of like almost a mayonnaise consistency, a thin mayonnaise consistency, but it's you know, it's so you can either spoon it or you can put it in a bottle and put it in your refrigerator and it'll last for a while. Then once we get all that together, then we like using in our restaurant, we like using the Primavera microgreens. It's a mixture of nasturtium, baby, you have baby basil, you have, you know, red leaf, small red leaf, you have a number of herbs in there, so it gives it a little complexity. That's what you had today with your salad. I'm going to make a salad real quick for you guys so you can see it, actually how we're going to plate it. in the restaurant. We got any creme fraiche? You can take this away, please. Need a spoon, please. Yeah, spoon. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Sorry about that. My hands are a little big, so. All right, so we're going to do a plate up for you. The actual pepper creme fraiche, homemade. And you can buy creme fraiche already processed and made in any fine grocery store. So we have the microgreen. The actual pickled strawberry. Okay. Then we have the candied Marcona almonds. Then we're going to do a little bit of the champagne vinaigrette. We'll do little almonds. And then we'll finish it off with a little goat cheese. And there we have is our little ode to springtime. Thank you.